Guys, just want to let you know, we will not have a Friday evening hangout at 5 o'clock p.m. like we usually do. Got to run around, get some things done. Really sorry about that. But guys, we will catch you definitely in the next one. So let's get on with it. All right, guys, we're going to go back to Sol 2819, which is not very long ago, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to check out this pan. Let me show you right here. And this is by Neil Spence. He's been doing a really good job on these Gigapans. And you can see on the bottom here, it is 513 megapixels, so 46,000 by 11,000, and it is at 300 dpi, so decent quality, right? All right, so let's get into this because this is pretty cool. All right, so a couple things I want to show you guys right off the bat. Now, the foreground seems to be pretty cool, but it's always the background that I have a problem with. It just looks, I don't know, CGI. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, especially after looking this over in Photoshop, that there's a lot of manipulation here. This area here, from right around this point, I'm going to back up, to about right here is where I enhanced, okay? So let's back up. So from about this end here on the right to about the left, I enhanced. And I can tell you right now, guys, just look at the lines. Let's have a look at the lines, shall we? Here in the middle, okay? Right there. Okay, we'll go with its natural for now. No problem, right? You've got these other lines here. Look at carefully. I'm going to put it in the middle of the screen. Right here. It goes down like this, and I'll show you that much better. We've got other lines in here, and you'll see that. But guys, there's things here. Like, here's a perfect example. You can't see it right now, but you will. There's like a tubular piece right here, like a tube framing, laying on the ground. Here's another thing. If this is natural, I'm going to put it right in the middle of the screen, right here. If you were to tilt your head to the right, it appears to look like almost like the shape of a hockey stick. Okay? Keep in mind, this is in a rock or a hilly area. Here, these other small white pieces, this so-called mountain, butte, or whatever it may be, right? We also have something right next to it. I'm going to put it right here in the center. Appears to be some kind of weird square with a white circle in it. So you have to ask yourself, okay, what are these things? Why are they in this hill, right? And if you look to the left, it actually looks like there's some kind of weird dock opening and some other lines right above that. See that? So there's much, much more in here, guys, right? This right here. Anytime you see this right here, this is manipulation, like a blur or whatever you want to call it, technically whatever they call it, right? But you find interesting things in here. You're going to find like over in this area right here. I'm going to put it in the middle. Right here. There's got this darker area right here, kind of comes up, goes back down. It appears to be almost like, you know, like them those Olympic toboggans you see where they sit inside it. Now you're going to go, I'm not seeing that. Not now, you won't, but you will. This over here. I find this probably the most interesting spot because I'm looking at this here and I'm looking at this white piece, right? Let's go ahead and zoom into this. You can see this like almost elongated triangle, if you will, right here. Has a circle, right? In the center of it, or it is the center. Look in the bottom of it. Same thing. It's got a circle. So we got almost like a stretched out, elongated triangle this side on the left going towards like the top left, and whatever these white pieces are going towards this south to the right. What is this thing? Now, it makes you think that it's like kind of embedded in the hill. Is it embedded, or is it actually sticking out of this mountainside? And for the record, guys, in my opinion, I don't believe any of these are mountains or hills. I believe they're structures, and after you see what I pull out of this, you may feel the same way, and of course you guys get the last say, as usual. Okay, so let's get into this. Jump right in. Right here. Now, we did blow it up. This is the size it was. Bring it up a little better, and I'm going to show you this, guys. In fact, we're just going to start doing stages of this, and you'll see this a lot better. Again, we've got this right here. It looks like this opening here. And you'll see that much better in a moment. Right there. And we've got these other interesting parts. You're going to go, okay, that is just weird because we've got something that comes like this. Almost looks like some kind of weird hose or some kind of weird line coming down like this. And it happens to be some kind of square or some kind of piece that this thing goes into. And again, you can't see it very well, but you will. Okay? Let's just jump right into this. Let's try to find these lines that are in here I was talking about. And here you go. Right off the bat, look at the way this thing is here. right here appears to almost go like this when you first see this. And it looks like there's other lines here, so on and so forth. Up here, I was pointing out what looked like this weird looking, if you tilt your head to the right, looks like some kind of weird hockey stick. But look at the actual shape of this thing. Goes like this here, goes down. We're starting to see what looks like these shapes. There's something right here with this white circle. And we've got some lines up on the top here, and you'll see that too. We'll bring that out the best we can. Again, something down here kind of caught my eye too, near the end when I was doing these here. It appears to be doing something similar to that on the ground. Let's go over to here. And again, we've got this other items on the top here, especially this piece. Okay? Let's keep going, shall we? Okay, let's go down a little bit more. Okay, you're starting to see this piece a little better. And what I was talking about was, looks like this line or something like this right here. It's got this round piece right here. And it appears to have this weird piece going like this and into this other area that also has a circle to it. And again, we're starting to see this a little better. And it almost looks like this thing's some kind of weird little craft or whatever this may be. Some kind of weird structural thing. Let's go right into this thing. Just about full enhancement, shall we? Okay. Now, I believe these areas such as these here are actually openings. Okay? Over here. A lot of this area over here. A lot in here. I believe they're openings. Now, let's go back into it. There you go. Now, let me show you the lines I was telling you about. Look at this right here. Now, either this has been kind of like drawn like this here. Let's say I outline this. And then I want to add a texture. It seems like that's what they did. Like, they covered up the shape of whatever's laying here and decide to put a texture in it. But have a look at the parts, guys, laying all over this. What if, and this is a big what if these are actually structures on the side of each other, or let's go with hills, and they built into the side of these, and what we're seeing is blown apart structures. When you see the things in here, here's a perfect example. This area here. Looks like it has a wall on each side. We've got what looks like some kind of weird opening here. Looks like it has a wall there, something right here. And as always, guys, just pause it anywhere. Use your magnifier. Have a good look. The pieces that are lying up here. Here. And the weird thing about it is, look at the square that's over here, too. Right there. Okay? Other parts. Just look everywhere in this photo, guys. It appears to be busted up stuff in this photo. Now, you might say, well, how do I know this is even in the photo? Well, let's have a look. It's right there. I can see the box right there. I can see this piece coming down right here. I can see this circular piece. Docker center. Something going up like this here. Is it there? Have a look at that. It's right there. Guys, it's in the photo. Let's move over to the left. Again, have a look at the stuff on top of this so-called hill. We've got this actually doing this. Right? Let's have a look. It is actually in the photo. Here it is. I can draw this thing right here. Going across like that. We got a lower line here. See it? How it drops down. Got a lower line. I don't like to get too close. Don't want it all broken up. Pieces inside here. What is this white piece right here? What are these objects on top of this so-called hill? We got this up here. Again, appears to be almost some kind of weird opening. This could be two things, guys. These could be purely mechanical or structural. Or is it both? We're seeing these objects to have these shapes. This should be only pure randomness. And this is not what we're seeing. We're seeing things that look like intelligently made objects. Now, keep an eye on either one of these here, going down like this. Again, really faint. You can see something right there. This is coming out of it, going like this, coming into this piece, and what looks like an opening for that. Right there. Okay. Keep an eye on it. It's right there. I can see this right here. This coming down, going like that. I see this piece over here, doing this. Going like that. You got a decent quality monitor or phone, you can see this. It is absolutely in the photo. And of course, you guys will have the link so you guys can check this out yourselves. Now, here's this item right here. This is what I was telling you about in the beginning, guys. This is cool. Really, really interesting stuff here, right? It almost looks like a stretched out rectangle type thing, going like this. Or is it like this? But either way, we've got this circular piece or some kind of object, almost looks circular, going down like this. We got the middle section of this thing. Not sure what to make of that. But look at the small pieces all in here. There's different pieces and parts. It doesn't look like it was naturally occurring. Okay? And again, this is just my opinion. We can only speculate as to what these things may be, but this doesn't look natural, guys. These look like they might have been structures built into the hillside, or these are being made to look like hillsides, and they're actually crafts, structures, something, maybe a little of everything. Check this out down here. Here's that piece I was telling you about down here, right there. And again, I can bring this into the original, put it in the middle of the screen, have a look at it. It's right there. I can see it. Kind of looks like it drops a little bit, comes up like that. See it? It is absolutely there. And it appears to have some kind of little design right there. Right there. Now, is this part of something much larger in the background? Could very well be. I don't know. There is so much manipulation in here, guys. Wow. Look at this. This coming down. Right? You got this piece on this side of it, and it appears to have something else on the other side of it. Again, we can only speculate as to what this stuff is, but look at the junk laying up here. It almost looks like there's holes inside these hillsides, structures, whatever they may be. Like this might have been completely solid up here. And now that it's been blown to pieces, you can see the interior of it. Is that what it is? Again, pure speculation. But there's one thing that's not speculation. This appears to be intelligently made. It does not look like it is natural. Again, my opinion, and of course, you guys always can voice yours. These are absolutely non-natural. And here's that weird thing. Like I said, I don't know what to make of this. Is it one part and it's just seeing different components of this thing? I don't know. But it's jumbled up all in this whole area, right? Let me give you guys an actual view of this thing, the whole area. Look at this. This is absolutely cool. It looks like things built on the side of the hill, or, again, they're being made to look like hills. And again, guys, I mean, let's just look at the back here. I mean, why would these features be in the side of a hillside? It simply doesn't make sense. Again, we've got this weird-looking piece here. I can see this going like this, and we've got this circle here. We got all of these other white little parts, whatever they may be. These anomalies. Right here. Looks like it's going down like this. We got this other opening here. And what looks like this detail here I said earlier. Now, these are far from natural. Let's have a glance over to the right side here. Check this out right here. Look at these parts on top of here. Sharpen it up a little bit. Let me just back it out. Again, the lines are in the photos, guys. Look at this. They're there. That piece right there. Right? This piece right here. I just showed you guys. These. This is coming down. Going like this. Right? Pause it whatever you like. I'm not sure what that is on the bottom here. And like I said, guys, these lines here, this is what's crazy. These lines, they're absolutely in this photo. They're right there. I can see this really darn clear. Whoops, went a little too high with that one. But you get the idea. It should be more like down here. like this here. Okay? I see parts. Like this is all like a way to cover it up. Blur it up. Put like a haze over these objects and the details that are in them. And here's the crazy part. Look at this. It looks like openings. I believe this is an actual inside, an opening to this side of this. I believe these are structures. I really honestly do. With could be a mix of mechanical, maybe even some vehicles of some sort. This area right here, there's no way this is natural. It clearly looks like machinery or something that's underneath this skin of this structure and we're seeing the inside interior of it. Or it's some kind of machine or craft or something. I don't know. But whatever this stuff is, it's awesome. Here. Again, look at the shape of the way this thing's doing this. Is that natural? You can see it just under here doing this. Right? Is that all natural? In my opinion, absolutely not. I highlighted this a little bit more. You can see that. Now, this is really grainy. Let me just back out a little bit. You can see where I brought those whiter pieces out a little bit more. Now, let's go black and white on this. There you go. I'm just going to show you guys from left to right. Pause it where you like. I'm going to keep it sharpened, but not zoom in too much. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys something. Just the lines. If I go like this, and I black plate this, meaning I go into this. This is what you end up with. I'm going to hit this button right here. Again, I can see the lines right here. I can see that pretty darn well right there. Lines all over the place. If you look at the bits and pieces of the things, here's a perfect example. And keep in mind, this is raw. The only difference is I put it in black plate. You can see something right here. Something in the center, and it looks cylindrical. It looks like it's going back into the hillside. See it right there? All these little pieces. Take a look at the pieces right here. This is cool. These little shapes that clearly are not natural. Some of the things just peeking out. And what they did is, again, this haze that you see here, I'm going to call it haze. I'm sure they have a technical word for it. All of that there, here. This is all made to cover up areas they don't want you to see. And this whole thing has been blasted with it. I mean, I'm not sure what the deal is here, but there you go. Again, I'm going to back out. I'm going to go full color on this and go left to right for you guys. And of course, you guys be the judge. I'll go shopping down on the color as well. Again, pause it where you like. And there you go. Okay, so there's like the whole mosaic or the pan. And that's not the whole thing because clearly I didn't do the whole thing. But again, I see structural here. You know, when I look at these right here, just this alone. Right here. Right here. And then I see the top almost mimicking the bottom. I see what looks like openings. Now, I could be wrong on this. This could be something totally different in here. Maybe this is more solid, but I don't believe that it is. Because every time you do that, you see like a framework. In other words, you see the corners of whatever these things are. They now pop, and then the center becomes dark. Like, in other words, you see like the green. Here's a perfect example, right? This right here. This was all this right here, hazed in. But yet, when you use the burn tool, this thing comes out pretty darn clear, and you can see this. Right there. So you can see it's blurred in here. I can see that myself without even have to do anything to this. You can see where they haze that in. What if this area, whoops, went a little too far, but this area right here was actually the opening, and this is actually inside it. Okay? And that's what we're seeing. There you go. There's the whole thing. Pause it right here. Have a look. Guys, what are we seeing here? Every time I see these buttes, I always see what looks like mechanical pieces in them. So the question is this: are these actual structures, and they're making them look like mountains, so you'll be none the wiser? Is it possible that they built into these mountains and buttes? I think it can go either way. Of course, you guys tell me what you think. We always seem to see some kind of mechanical pieces or something in there that is clearly not natural. I don't care what it is. If you see like a bunch of shapes, triangles, squares, rectangles, all kinds of things, octagon shapes, it doesn't matter what it is. If you see them all in one area, what's the chances of nature doing that? Now, I've always seen these hills or these buttes or whatever they may be, they always seem to be lined up. Now, can Mother Nature do that? Yes, absolutely can do that. But the way this thing looks, it looks like they've been purposely made this way, and they're just hiding what's there in front or something that's been blasted apart, and we're seeing the interior of this thing. Either way, I think it's pretty awesome, because regardless if they're building into actual hillsides or it's being manipulated to look that way, it's being censored out to look that way like hills, it doesn't matter. Because what we're bringing out of these things are absolutely awesome, because we're seeing things that should not be on this planet. And we wonder why these 3-letter space agencies are going to Mars. What for? We've already taken samples. We've already looked this stuff over. What's the point? That's what we got to ask ourselves. And when you see these objects or structures or whatever these things are, because we can only speculate as to what they are. However, again, you cannot speculate when these things, you can tell the difference between something natural and something that is not. Some things may be 50-50 and you may be on the fence about. Some things, not so much. You can just see it's been technologically made, right? So anyway, guys, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Please like and share. It is appreciated. We're being shadow banned. We need to put this information out. Being shadow banned, guys, not a cool thing. So it's up to us to get this information out. I count on you guys to do that for me. You guys are the actual subscribers. You're a lot more people than I am by myself, right? And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It's appreciated, you guys. You know that. And YouTube will see that. And perhaps they'll try to share it a little bit more. And if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, please subscribe. And then hit the little notification bell on the right-hand side so you'll be notified of any new videos coming out. So anyway, guys, have yourselves a great evening, night, morning, whatever it may be. Have yourself a good one. And we'll talk to you soon. Peace.